Okay, now we're here with Jesse. Jesse, right? Jack's your manager.
Jack is our manager.
Manager or true manager?
Tour manager.
Oh, okay. What's your manager's name?
Our manager's name is Richard Rains.
Oh,
Yes,
Richard Rains.
Richard
From
Rains.
the drive-through family.
From the drive-through family, which we also belong to.
Sweet.
Yeah, probably would have been our singer here, but we shot a video like an hour and a half away last night.
Yeah.
And, he stayed in a hotel with his girlfriend. So
What do you think they did in the hotel?
they've been apart for 3 weeks, but in the video he had a lot of gnarly makeout scenes
With other girls?
with another girl, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean like gnarly makeout scenes. Like that was kind of like the whole
Like,
point.
get
was
really
like,
graphic.
like
Will you
over
please?
the top. Yeah. I mean lots of tongue, like licking all over the face and the neck and the cheeks and the mouth and like all this stuff.
Yeah, is that where it stopped?
Was
there any
basically
like
where it
or
stopped.
any over the clothes groping whatsoever?
I didn't see any. I mean, our bass player, whose girlfriend was also there, had a gnarly makeout scene with a 35-year-old woman in the video, and I did
So
see.
hot.
You know, for him it was like an experience. You know,
How old's he?
he's 21.
Okay.
You know, he's still a young dude, and there was definitely like there's some over the shirt going on there, you
Right.
know, and so it was kind of
God,
like
I
this
wanna be
weird
in your band right
experience.
now.
Yeah, you know, I mean, nothing beats making out with girls that are 15 years older.
Now, why 35? Is it something in the video? First of all, what song is the video for?
It's a song called "Here in Your Arms," song off our new album,
Okay.
which comes out in August. Concept for the video is kind of like a summer camp type thing, you know.
Wet Hot American Summer?
Exactly. Which is kind of where we got the idea for like all the over the top, like making out and.
Oh, right.
The 35-year-old woman. I don't know if you've ever seen the film Sleepaway Camp. 80s horror movies. They're like really, really bad, really horrible, cheesy.
Were there chicks without shirts on?
There's
in it?
lots of chicks without shirts
Okay.
on. And so it was kind of a throwback to that, where the main killer is this like older redheaded woman, and we wanted to do something like that. And so we brought her in to like be kind of like a killer in the video, but then at the same time we were like, well, why not have Marcus make out with her on the floor, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so he did it, and he liked it, and he used tongue, and he told me this. And he told me he wasn't going to use tongue, but she went for tongue, and he'd never done it before, and she's like an actress or whatever.
Wait, he'd never tongue kissed before?
Well, he'd tongue kissed me before, but that was like it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like he has a girlfriend and they've been going out for like 5 years, but she's just like a prude.
He hasn't even gotten to first base yet.
Yeah, and so that's like what's cool about being on tour is like, you know, we can fool around and it's not gay.
Right.
It's like being in prison, you know, or like being like on a pirate ship because it's not gay. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like there's not girls there, so you know you're not gay and you use a condom and everything's cool.
Wait. There's no girls on tour?
Well-
I bet within the 10 feet of this
You want me
bus
to just
you
say
can
it?
find
We're gay, all right? Are you happy?
all
We're
right,
all
all right.
gay, and we all hook up with each other on a semi-regular basis.
Sweet. We don't judge. We support you.
You know, you guys are nice gentlemen. Oh, okay. So when there's like a huge cross burned onto the front of our bus with "God hates on it, I'll know where it came from you know, liberal hip guys.
Where's your band from?
We're from Huntington Beach, California.
Oh, okay. Very close to here.
Yes.
Would you consider this your hometown play or probably Dodger Stadium tomorrow?
I don't know. I guess we kind of considered Pomona. 'Cause
Oh,
it's
okay.
like,
Yeah.
that's a little closer.
You know, I saw The Cure play with Love and Rockets
Really?
at Dodger Stadium. Yes, I did. Back on the Disintegration tour.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
That's gnarly. I wonder if my sister might have been at that show.
Really?
Saw him like 3 times on the Disintegration tour.
I think I saw her there.
Did you hook up with my sister? Because she's got a kid, man.
What's your band policy on drug use? What's your official band policy that you want everyone to know? Do you condone? Do you deny?
None of us are really drinkers. None of us really do drugs. I mean, our bass player has like, you know,
Sell
like
him
a
out.
beer
Sell him
after we
out.
play.
Uh-huh.
But that's about it. I mean, you know,
Who's the weak link in your band, by the way? Who sucks at their instrument in your band? Not sucks, but like who sucks at their instrument in your
you know,
band?
I play the keyboards and the piano, and I never really considered myself to be like a piano player. And then it was
pianist?
like a pianist. But you know, like I do it, and like I go up on stage and I look good, and like I do my thing.
Do
and,
you do
like, it works.
handstands like Jesse from Motion City?
You know, it's so weird because we've done 2 tours with them, and the first time I went on tour with them, I'd never heard them really or anything like that, and all of a sudden there's this other keyboard player named Jesse, and he's been doing it for longer than me, and he's got all these crazy moves and crazy and like all of a sudden it's like I got to step up my you know,
Yeah.
and it's like my as good as his.
You should incorporate the keyboards and moves from like Story of the Year,
You think so?
like backflips with keyboards. Keytar.
Well, we did keytars for the first time in the video yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I got to go in and do like all these like around the worlds and like like be a badass for the first time in my life.
Although Keytar, I don't know about badass. I mean, let's
Are you talking?
be honest.
No, like let's be honest.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a. I don't know if you've heard my band, but it's like we're outside and we're talking to Anti-Flag, and it's like I used to listen to Anti-Flag and stuff like that, and they're like, "What band are you from?" I'm like, "Oh, I play in Hellogoodbye," and they're like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Yeah, the band on the tour, the band that like everyone's like nice to, but like like if they like actually saw us play, they'd be like, what the these guys like,
Honestly, there's no more band than you guys on the tour.
Yeah, I really can't think of any.
Really?
I mean, honestly, like no, not at all. We're
What are you talking about? You guys are making out with 35-year-old ladies on video shoots. How many guys are in your band?
4.
And nobody's single.
Nobody's single.
All right. Well, then the question in 20 seconds, tell us your best tour story, is really going to suck. Or why don't you sell out one of the girlfriends?
Sell out one of the girlfriends?
Yeah, why don't you tell us a story about... Yeah, who's got the lamest girlfriend? How about that?
I don't know. I mean, everyone's girlfriends are...
Don't you be political.
Are
don't you keep your friendships.
I want
you to burn a bridge right now.
Okay, Marcus, our bass player's girlfriend, is just... She's a...
There you go.
What else can I say? She'll... His bunk's right next to mine. We're both on the bottom, and I'll roll out in the middle of the night, and she'll be there with the curtain overlaying in his bunk, and she'll look at me, and I know this won't really come through in a podcast, but she'll kind of go like this, like, like make like motion.
Yeah.
Or sometimes she'll make like the of like a.
Which is that? Oh my God!
And or sometimes she'll do this thing where she pretends like she's throwing one leg over one shoulder and one leg over another shoulder, and then just goes like in the middle of it. I guess I wouldn't call her a whore, but she's got something going on. What'd she do yesterday? Oh, she just sat there and pretended the thing.
Right.
And then it was like, like on my face, And if her mom hears it, she's going to kill me. Because, like, I've never met her.
I got to say, you guys don't sound like now.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know, Everyone thinks we are. I've got a tattoo.
You do? What's your tattoo of?
It says "Lucky to be alive." It's a braid. Okay, I guess I shouldn't be talking about the emo band tattoo that I got when I'm trying to talk about how I'm not. It's a Danzig thing. It's a braid tattoo.
You don't have a Game Boy?
I don't have a Game Boy.
My 3-year-old son has a 42-inch plasma screen TV in his room, and he has 3 Game Boys and a SP.
What do you want? I live with my parents. I've been on tour for the last 2.5 years of my life, and I'm broke as.
That's the way to go. That's the way to live.
That is the way to live.
You know how many people would give their right nut to be able to do what you do, to tour?
Would they give it to me?
To have their
what
friends...
would I do with an extra nut?
To have a girlfriend of one of their friends make motions and the bus at them in the middle of the night?
Well, I'm trying to sleep and the air conditioning's broken.
Okay, next question, sorry. Complete this story. You and I are alone on a desert island. Go.
You and I are alone on a desert island, and we need to learn to adapt, so we have this beautiful life where we have a beautiful young baby boy. And then we go out on a canoe in the desert island, and we realize that our beautiful young baby boy, and this is after like years of like us just being naked and all the time. We realize that our beautiful baby boy has eaten these poisonous berries, and we're stuck out in the middle of the sea with no way to get back to land. And so we say F it, and we eat the poisonous berries too. And like 10 minutes later, your dad comes and finds us. I'm like, what a have you ever seen The Blue Lagoon? That movie's so depressing, dude. I'd never seen it. I never really saw it when I was a kid. I saw it like 2 months ago at like 4 in the morning when my girlfriend's like asleep and I'm like alone in my room. I'm like, this is the saddest I've ever seen in my life. But I bought it, It's beautiful.
True story.
So yeah, I mean, a couple years of and a dead kid.
Oh, we have more interviews to do, I guess. We have 3 bands waiting outside, and you're making up stories about poison berries and Blue Lagoon.
You asked the question, dude. I mean, you knew what you were getting yourself into. Where'd you think this was gonna go?
Yeah, I don't. Even the furthest that I could go in my mind about you and I on a desert island, you took that away. You had me at 2 dudes in a canoe.
Thanks. It's like that's how I live my life,
Well, thank you very much for your time.
No problem.
Have a great
sir.
time on
Thank
tour.
You for
Best of
having
luck
me.
to you, and we will see you soon. Can we play one of your songs, by the way?
Yeah, you can play one of them.
Which one would you choose?
How about Suburban Home?
The Descendants cover?
No, that's us. How about Here in Your Arms? New single off the debut album.
Sweet. All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks, dog.